So I'm not gonna lie, it's a little rough. I did get up just after 2. I was gonna get here before 3, but then it was just nice to sit down for like a little bit, read, and I'll get this stuff done regardless. I'll move some stuff around in peace. I'm not gonna record any of it just because I want to listen to the audiobook for a little while. Most of the rig is up, but I need some individual pull-up bars, and I have those Rogue double bars. I used to have a metal saw, but the handle broke in the last move, and it was just kind of a plasticky, silly thing. But it was a nice heavy-duty saw, so I don't have that thing anymore. I got a grinder, however, and I'm not a tool I'm very comfortable with. But I set it up outside, just test it. It takes a little longer, well, significantly longer than the metal saw. I'm gonna go make individual pull-up bars, because Rogue charges for the same exact thing, like 85 bucks, and they're supposedly not as stable when you install them in the rig, but honestly, whether you have double bars or single bars, the whole thing shakes a whole lot anyways, and that's why I have my come-alongs and all the, whatever those metal cables to keep it tight. So let's cut up a couple pull-up bars, and then we're gonna keep on building the rig together. There we go. 3 new pull-up bars, and I'll keep the little scraps for now. I'll see. I think if I drill a hole in here, right there in the corner, you can see like on some of the end of the uprights. Well, I use it right here. So most of the holes are too spaced out, but like these are actually much closer by. So this one I got a little too close, but let's see like this way. So like this would be pretty easy to match the hole pattern. So you can see that this would be lined up right there, and so I can easily make this match the pull-up bar. So towards the end, let's see where we're at. So on the Rogue rigs, here like we see no holes, here no holes, but these are the old uprights. The new ones do have the holes, however, to utilize these pull-up bars we would have to go way up high, but for me it actually is kind of perfect height, would be right about there. That's where the small hole starts. So this way you can double the amount of pull-up bars without paying extra. Great success. And I mean, as far as safety is concerned, Rogue builds these individual bars. All they do is just not build that, so it's the same exact thing, and I think they charge like $85 plus shipping. So meanwhile, here I am with no dollars and 0 shipping. Correction, no rubles and 0 shipping. Also, one more thing too, all the edges, obviously we want to spray paint them, at least some flat black paint, so this way it doesn't rust. Alright, it's 4:30 on a Tuesday morning. Unfortunately, this pull-up bar, so this one and this one, I wasn't able to make a perfect like ascending line on this side. It was just too low right here, that if you're over 6'5", you'd end up banging your head on it. But my hand is barely closed, like it's closing, but it's a little tender and so forth. And then the biggest challenge I'm having right now is honestly seeing. Like I'm struggling, my eyes are getting to the point where it's not that I can't see, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to keep them open. So I'll be real careful climbing up there. Install that beam real quick, but we tried trudging along pretty well. I do want to throw some of the wall bolt targets up on the rig as well, just so that we get those off the floor. The more I can do off the floor, the more kind of the gym floor is complete, and see how far I can get myself down this rabbit hole today, so. This is what I was talking about. I would normally, whenever I build a rig, I would put this in between, like a pull-up bar, and then the next one. Now, mine are custom, so it's 10 inches longer. I have a spare at home, but again, this is already lined up with the holes that I had, and it fits beautifully, nice and snug. So the other thing I do is I get a shop vac. I'll turn it on once I start drilling, so this way as I drill a hole it gets sucked out, so I don't have to clean up the mess as much. The hammer just to drive the bolt in after the fact. Got my hammer drill going here. Usually that part's pretty easy to do. And then oh, and as far as, so whenever the rig terminates, normally we would put 3 bolts in and then 2 on all the rest of them. I think that's the recommendation. However, since I'm gonna have, I will connect these 2 with a pull-up bar, so this way it'll give me more structural rigidity. And since now that's a little further away from this wall, I don't want to strain one here. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna, since I'm already gonna put a pull-up bar there for rigidity, I'm gonna run one of the cables probably from here to that, whatever you call that thing, the metal bit. But I'll measure which one is closer and just tie it off from there. This way this whole thing will not shake. So then the whole issue of structural rigidity is not an issue as far as bolting in the 3rd bolt, because it prevents us from like leaning with the rig a little bit side to side. But that's what I'll have the cables already for, so it's not a non-issue for me. And I'll have the center one, that one will be just tied off to the main I-beam, and the front will be tied off to that further wall. So, well, we'll get to that in the video. For now, let's drill. So I got a couple of come-alongs here and I tightened it out and tested it and it's good, but then I realized I haven't videotaped the part where the rig is shaking and so forth. So if you're on the rig doing pull-ups, you don't feel it as much, there is some. However, if you were just to come by and shake it, it does produce quite a bit of vibration, so let's check it out. So we want to arrest that. Try it again. The come-alongs right here, I didn't even need to change, those were just short enough. So the whole rig don't shake anymore or anything like that. I mean, it still shakes a little bit. They all do because we don't want to over tighten it, but the vibration stops pretty soon. So let's try to shake it. So it's pretty nice. There's John. The main reason the wall is not red, I did not want to piss John off and paint it red. So, but he's here with the special deliverer of mats. So let's go move them. Laying out the final 3 platforms, and so I want to show how to do this bit. So we got the platform. I got the pull-up bars mocked up, roughly where they're gonna go. They're gonna be closer to the wall, but I put it real close so that we can see them centered on the platform. And so this way I can figure out the math how to cut this mat. That one's easy, I just slide the full one and then backfill the rest. But for this one, we want it to be pretty exact. And so I did the same thing with here. So out of those 2, one is cut, one isn't. They're close enough, but everything lines up nice and beautiful. And more importantly, it lines up with the rig so that you don't want to squat, unrack the bar and have to go sideways to do it. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna change the back row. I'm gonna push that towards the wall so that this platform will be a little bit further away from this. It's a little close for me. So, alright, so as I'm finishing up, I cut this Tetris-like piece. with a little nub, and it's quite satisfying to put it in, so let's try that. Alright, look at that. So that's all I got left. The platforms are inlaid and lined up with everything. And then let's assess the situation. So I got just mats absolutely everywhere. Crazy. I got some industrial chic mats outside over here. Correction, plywood. Because normally I just have mats laying out there so we can walk in and out. I was using all the mats and I kept switching them back and forth, so like those two will be going outside and I have a few other ones laying around. Alright, well, believe it or not, but I finished the mats. Can't really feel my hand anymore. It's coming up on 3:30, and I mean John dropped these mats off at 8:30 today, and I've been pretty much chugging along ever since. But I'm gonna throw the mats outside, clean all this mess up, and then we got the rig to put up, and then all we got after that is the mural, and all the renovations will be complete. Mural I'm not even gonna count, so all we got is the rig.
Are we rolling? There you go. Crisp.
I mean, this is scientific method. I cannot just start doing sloppy snatches and flip-flops because that's how you get hurt. But if they're good, that's about as comfortable as I am doing this stuff. Alright, Sunday, it's about 3:15, been up for a little while. Well, I didn't know if I want to go or not, but I'm gonna go to the gym now. I was real tired yesterday doing some sketchy, stupid things, not including the snatches and flip-flops. Those I warmed up thoroughly for, so that was safe enough. But yesterday I even forgot I made a backboard for right there for the stall bars, and completely forgot it. Left it outside after I came to the house like 4 or something like that. So even though I vacuum up around the feet when I drill them out, there's still like some white stuff. So, but even then, the feet get banged up, the scrubbers or the mops go on them, they all get beat up. So I don't want to spray paint the floors. So we're gonna do this. Got a little template, and now we can just come on, spray paint the whole upright. Get high on our own supply. Plus this way to fantastically easy mod. If you haven't done it, some kind of permanent markers. What is it? A pack pigmented brilliance. I mean, how can you say no to that? It's glossy oil-based paint marker. So this one. There we go. So I number it up. Alright, so hey guys, finally the renovation video is complete. It's the final in the series, even though it's been several months now that I have finished it. I finally got around to wrapping it up. And I finally know what I want on the wall, but I want to finish this video before I start doodling. Plus I have a bunch of projects for my Jigsaw Nation woodworking channel that I want to finish up as well. But whoever bothered to enjoy me dragging mats around and doodling and doing all this crazy stuff and putting up stall mats. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the renovation process. I know at least Eric watched it because he saw somehow that the mats have to be cut at just the right angle, and so I was like, I mean, that felt pretty good. So somebody watched it. So anyways, great success. Hopefully you're doing great through all this, crazy shenanigans that's happening. And hopefully I'll see you at the gym or wherever. So thanks again. Bye.